Welcome, everyone, to Tempe, Arizona and Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils, where Sparky and his gang have been sharpening those pitchforks in anticipation of this one. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Let's go. Might as well give it to him again.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Ellington. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking for room. It's Morton. He powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you've got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Shakes off the tackler. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Sun Devils are flying down the field. Calls his own number. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Shoots it to the left. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downfield.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll keep it on the ground. At the 45 on his way. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Quick completion on the out route. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got him 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, Arizona State, 0.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers.
Looking deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2. 3rd down coming up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The receiver on the jet sweep. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oregon, 14, Arizona State, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. This is a designed run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
After run, now throw. Going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Getting some heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Number 26.
They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads it left. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Dances away from the heat. Back open in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Trying to beat him to the left. Dances away from one. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. After 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Flacco should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Purdue. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half, we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll take the deep shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's going to pass. Buys a little extra time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Off the play fake. This one's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They move the tight end all over. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Snap it to the back. Puts him in the spinner and moves on. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. From that spot on the field, this is the area that we expert commentators call no man's land. So the call makes sense.
You have to go for it. You're in a situation where you're in field goal range for maybe elite kickers, but dude, go for it. You're not going to have anything to lose. Field position will still be okay. You got to go for it in these situations. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Finds his man down the middle. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the left side. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40, and he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
They go to the ground. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Set up for second and short after that completion. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run.
Touchdown Ducks! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21.
Fair catch called for and made. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Arizona State. And the comeback is on.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted, one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Arizona State, 28.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Using his feet. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops.
Arizona State Sun Devils will take over first and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires left. It's caught. Made a defender miss. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Dances away to buy time. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Sun Devils! What a catch and run for 6. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Floyd. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Arizona State! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arizona State 42, Oregon 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll go right back to him. Tackled, but he has a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
They'll go back to the air on second down. That's caught. It's Cole. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
He's going to let it go. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Illinois. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll knock him down.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and management. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Throws for the tight end. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll run play action. On the run, still looking. He'll throw one to his right. He's got it inside the 25. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. The Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Great move there. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
56, Oregon, 42.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead, you know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the tailback. Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue.